Investing today is far easier than it was 40 years ago, 50 years ago. You can learn so much. You can go online, you can go on YouTube and learn just about anything. You can go search for particular things and you can learn very quickly. Today, I learned, I spent a couple hours really getting my return on invested capital and knowledge up to speed. And it's something that I had covered, but it had been a long time. And I want to start using that metric. And that's an example of really what you could do on the internet these days. When I started investing, 35 years ago, it was a different world. It was really, trades were expensive. Knowledge, you could get it out of books, which is good. But information just didn't fly around the world like it does today. Now we even have artificial intelligence. Now it hasn't gotten to, the point where it's recommending, stock trades. But I wanted to provide a video on some of the fundamentals that I've followed really for a few decades. And they're fundamentals of other, great investors that I respect and really have used as kind of a North Star for my investing strategy and my investing philosophy. One thing that I wanted to note on is, as I read reviews and I see other investors ask questions, oftentimes, investors are asking for that silver bullet. Hey, what's that one company that's going to be the next NVIDIA? What's that next stock that's going to be a 10 bagger? And those are fun, comments to read or maybe videos to watch. But, those are kind of, little lottery tickets that you can buy. But I don't play the lottery. I don't believe my chances are very good. I'd rather bet on sure things. And the advice that I'm going to pass along, it's other great investor advice, I think is a sure bet. So Warren Buffett said, the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you will earn. That is a fact. When I started investing, I invested in mutual funds. We didn't have ETFs back then. And, I was a graduate in accounting, a graduate of a business school, and then I got an MBA. I went to work and kind of had a sense of the economy. But I always tried to learn more and more about industries, about companies, in order to have a sense of what the market was doing. Over time, it just continued to be really a place where I needed to invest my time and energy. The investment in yourself means, you really learn to analyze companies. Don't just, be satisfied with going and looking at a metric and saying, okay, well, based on the stack ranking, this company's good because this website told me so. I would encourage you to get behind the mathematics, and understand the logic. And once you understand the numbers and what that means for that company, you'll understand that business that much better. Now, that takes time. It takes energy. It takes passion, but it's all available to you on the internet. Whatever you want to learn, just search it on YouTube and you'll learn it. In Warren Buffett's time, when he started investing, they would publish a book that had all the earnings reports in it, and they would publish it once a year. Information was updated once a year. That's incredible. Now information is readily available, updated every 15 minutes, during trading days. You can get into on a company's website, go to the investors page, get all their financials. Information is readily available and knowledge is readily available. So I would encourage you that if you, let's say you're 35 and you invested, I would say on a monthly basis, about 10 hours of quality learning, or maybe in 5 to 10 hours of quality learning every month, you will have more money than you will need. And I say that because each year you can become better. And you may have a rough year here or there, but over time, the knowledge you'll have is going to make you a good investor, maybe even a great investor, and you'll be able to grow your money. And as Warren Buffett would also say is, if you don't find a way for your money to work while you're asleep, you're going to work for the rest of your life. I also believe in that. You've got to have your money work for you, and you have to learn how to invest your money in what companies and what bonds in order to get a great return and have that hard-earned money work on your behalf. Warren Buffett also gave us another piece of advice that I really like. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. Great advice. You know, in sports, they would say always play with players that are better than you, because they're just going to raise your ability. You're going to have to rise to that occasion. In our world of investing, it's quite easy to follow great investors, active ones that are currently just doing really well. Listen to what investors have to say. And you don't have to listen to every single thing that one of these experts says. It may be that a particular investor really has energy companies and they really know energy quite well. Well, I'm going to get my information around energy companies from so-and-so. But maybe somebody else has a really good thought process on technology. I'm going to get my technology information from that person. And more importantly, I'm going to try to understand why they think that way, so that I can become a little more astute on that particular industry, and it becomes more of a second nature, because I have been trying to kind of walk in that person's shoes as an investor. So with the internet, with YouTube, and social media, it's quite easy to pick people that you really want to follow and resemble, and then you'll become a little bit like them. Especially if you study what they're doing, you learn from it, you'll be able to do some of the things they're doing. The third and last tip is going to come from Peter Lynch. And he said, your investor's edge is not something you get from Wall Street experts. It's something you already have. And I really like that quote, because I believe that every single investor, based on, your life experience, based on your education, based on your passion, your interests, all those things, you will be able to analyze certain companies and clearly understand them. Whereas I think some of the analysts out there, it's just the numbers kind of pattern to them. But I would rather know that a company, for example, I worked at an energy company in accounting, and that experience really served me well to invest in energy companies, because I understand that, commodities are cyclical, or they go up and down. But I understand the inner workings of an energy company, and that life experience served me so that I can invest in an energy company, and on and on. So all these individual experiences I have, and are kind of an advantage I have in the marketplace. And I would encourage you to look and see, in what areas do you have those experiences? Are you able to analyze a particular industry because you have experiences, or a country? Or you may have a passion. Hey, you love, solar energy. You really find it very easy to just dive into it and learn everything there is to know about solar energy. Well, that's your edge. So learning is the best investment that you can make in yourself. Try to, associate with people that have a greater body of knowledge that you have, or maybe a specialization that you want to learn, and understand that you have a lot inside of you that you just need to unlock and really follow as you determine, what kind of investor are you going to be? What kind of strategy are you going to have? How much time can you allocate to your investing? But know that, over time, if you continue to learn and learn, you will be a good investor. It's not going to happen overnight. It happened over 10, 20 years, but the payoff is grand, which is you'll be economically empowered, and you will have enough money to retire comfortably. You'll have enough money to take care of the loved ones you have. So that's my advice to you, and I hope it's well received. I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you enjoyed it.